Today, let's do some dreaming about our perfect craft room. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and as I get ready to pack up my beautiful studio and head to a new house, I want to do a little bit of dreaming. I want to do a little bit of brainstorming about a beautiful new craft space, and I thought, what better place to come and get inspired than IKEA. So today we are on a field trip. We are going to stroll around the showroom at IKEA and see if there's anything inspiring that may need to be in my next craft space, or maybe it will inspire you as you are working on your craft space. Let's head into the store and see what they have. Why do crafters love IKEA? There are just so many great organization solutions, setups for different size craft rooms. And I think that's why it is one of the go-to places to look for inspiration on getting your space set up. I have a lot of IKEA furniture in my current craft studio, and as I kind of dream of a future craft studio, I like to come and see what is new and what I might be able to tweak or adjust in the new space. One thing that I have always thought would be wonderful is to design a PAX wardrobe setup for a craft room, or even for the corner of another room that is meant to store your craft supplies. These are highly customizable wardrobe units, so they are pretty darn deep. You can add drawers, you can add shelves, you can add doors, you can leave it open. There are so many different possibilities. We're going to look a little closer later on out of the showroom, but man, I've always thought, look at how great these drawers are, and the soft clothes, just absolutely gorgeous. Something that I've always thought would be wonderful, and I'd love to be able to customize one of these for a space at some point. I also really dug this particular bookcase, $1.99. It has a beautiful trim on top, very much adjustable shelves, which I think is really important in a craft space. And then I liked how it was up off the floor. You could actually put a basket under there. That might be really helpful. This really isn't my vibe. It's much darker than I like for a craft room, but I appreciate seeing all of the different Billy bookcases because that has been my go-to. I like the different options. Ooh, that's nice. I secretly have always wanted one of these glass storage pieces. Is it extremely useful? No, not really, because I feel like there would be fingerprints on it all the time, but I still think it is super pretty. And then check out the Kallax units. We're going to talk more about Kallax later in this video. If you've been around here for long, you know that these units are not my favorite. However, IKEA has stepped up their Kallax game. You're going to see it here in a few minutes. The IKEA near me has undergone some renovations, so there were new areas that were really fun to explore. Check out this cabinet. I don't know what I think about the asymmetrical cabinets. The shelves in this are slightly adjustable, not very adjustable, and I just don't know how effective that would be. And then there were these Billy bookcases. You guys, I have some questions. These Billy bookcases had some features that I wasn't totally sure of. First of all, this one has cabinet doors that are not at the bottom. They put an extra open shelf at the bottom with baskets, raised up the doors. I don't know what I think about this. They're standard height Billy bookcases. They just adjusted where the opening was going to be. It's interesting. It's something I haven't seen before, so I appreciate seeing something different. I also hadn't seen this drawer. I was super excited until I tried to open it. That is a very shallow, very deep drawer. See how like it's not very wide? It's It's like shallow front to back, but deep going in. I don't know what I would put in there. It was interesting to see some of the different configurations. Would they work in my future space? I'm not thinking so. I kind of dig my Billy bookcases how they are. Okay, I saw this, and there was another lady at IKEA also trying to figure out how to make this thing work. At first, my thought was this is perfect for those of you that have to craft in your living room, that have to have your supplies out. This is great because you could put your supplies in the coffee table and then close it up. They'd be gone. When you're ready to craft, you open it up, get them out. Great. I couldn't figure out how to open and close it. In that case, I think it's probably a little bit too difficult to do and may become tiresome after a little bit of time. But cool idea. All right, there's always fun little nooks in IKEA to check out. I love the different setups. I was really drawn to this desk setup that I've seen before. I think this would be great for a family command center of sorts, a place to like sign school papers and put mail. I think it'd be pretty small for a craft table, but maybe a planner table in the corner of a bedroom that could work nicely. And I love that it's attached to the wall, not taking up floor space. And again, here's that asymmetrical bookshelf. I can't decide, you guys. I liked several of them put together. That made a little bit more sense to me. I just don't think it's, I don't know. I don't think it's adaptable enough. Some of them are Kallax size, some of them are not. How sweet is this? This is like a hair shop that they set up, like a beauty shop with Billy bookcases, just showing you some of the possibilities. Love the lighting idea. I am thinking that my future craft studio may end up being open to the rest of the house. That is making me rethink what it's going to look like. As of right now, I'm in a basement. It's all by itself. You don't have to walk by it all the time. But if it's open to the rest of the house, that's making me think maybe I need to change how I'm storing my supplies, make them a bit more hidden than they are. So that's why I'm checking out all of these different cabinets. Besta is a fabulous setup. I have loved this as our TV unit for several years. I like the size and the depth of these cabinets. I think they're fabulous. Here's that Billy bookcase drawer. Again, I mean, it's pretty affordable. The drawer itself is only $40. It's just so shallow. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, this one opens up a little bit more than the last one. I don't know. I'm not thinking it's going to be something that'll be useful for me, but perhaps I'll have higher ceilings and can bump up the Billy bookcases I have with the extenders. I will always love the Billy bookcase. I also love that you can change out the doors. So for instance, I have glass doors on mine. If my craft room ends up being more open, I could switch them out to something that is a little bit more solid, that keeps things a little bit more hidden. For instance, I kind of dig this rattan, a little trendy, but again, you're not having to invest a lot to change up the doors, which is pretty darn cool. There is also a distinct chance that my future craft space is going to be significantly smaller than what I have now, which means I might be looking for smaller scale shelves. The Brimneys collection has some great built-in drawers and is in a much smaller scale than Billy bookcase, which may work out better if my space ends up being just a bit smaller. All right, so next up, let's talk about the Kallax units. These are so popular among crafters, and I used to very, very much dislike them. However, now that IKEA is offering all kinds of accessories for them, ways to make this even more functional instead of just these big open cubes, I think that they are pretty great. I love the stands that kind of raise them up. I'm thinking of putting two of these together to make a new shipping station, which would work out very well for me. Love that. And then look at all of these different inserts that are available. There are doors, there are drawers, there are bins, there are all kinds of things that you can get to put in your Kallax to really make it work for you. I love that they are doing that. The pegboard door, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Here's a more solid door. All of the inserts do start to add up. So if you are getting a large Kallax unit and wanting to put something in each and every insert, that's going to start to get expensive over time. So just beware of that. But if you're kind of building over time, then that might be something that works. Maybe a couple inserts this month, a couple inserts a couple months down the line may work to kind of build your space. Here are the different sizes available of the Kallax. Again, I'm thinking 2 of the 2x2s put together for a shipping station would be lovely. Here is another fun little office setup I found. Very cool. I like the extended work table right there. That's great, especially if your room is not very wide. It gives you a lot of workspace, but it's not especially deep. They put some Kallax units on the wall. Fantastic idea. And I love these kind of more shallow desks. Having those more shallow options makes it possible to really get more into your space. I think these are so cute. Do I think they're the most functional craft storage? No, but I do dig the color and the look. That I like, but I think we could probably do better as far as organization. And then we all love the IKEA pegboards. They are beautiful. It's just a beautiful setup, really well thought out. I was checking out tabletops. You guys, look at this one. It is a dot grid. I feel like this might make me go crazy, and I feel like my kids would probably draw on it. Tell me what you think of the dot grid. All right, just cruising through the end of where all the bookcases and shelving and all of that is. There are so many options. As you get away from the Billy bookcases, the Besta units, and the Kallax units, beware, because not all of these are in stock all the time, meaning they may be discontinued. And if you are like me and you build up your craft room over time, meaning you don't have all the money to drop on all of the furniture at one time, be careful, because what if the units that you're wanting kind of go out of stock over time and you were planning on picking one up every few months and they're suddenly gone? That absolutely stinks. So the other big categories, for instance, Alex drawers, like I said, Billy bookcases, Kallax units, Besta, those are going to be kind of perpetual. They will be at IKEA for a long time, and they are units you can definitely build upon. Now, for the very longest time, I dreamt of using IKEA cabinetry to put together a beautiful craft room. And I still believe that you could put together a lovely craft room with IKEA cabinetry. It's so customizable. You can go on their website, you can create your own design, pick your finishes all the way down to the knobs. It's fabulous. It is expensive. So when I bought the cabinetry for my current studio, I ended up going with in-stock cabinets from Lowe's. I was able to get what I wanted for significantly less, and I was able to get pieces right away, whereas IKEA was going to be a longer process to find what I wanted. That being said, it's still fun to come and look at all of the different inspiration. And I noticed something about the IKEA drawers that feels different to me. You guys, the sides of the drawers are slightly slanted. They're like curved a little bit. It's not a perfect 90-degree angle when you open the drawers. Let me show you right here. So it's like curved right in here. That's interesting. Have you noticed the same thing recently? I don't remember that from before. Look at all the beautiful different finishes. Imagine this setup, but without the appliances and just more cabinetry. How beautiful would that be for like an L-shaped work area? Love it. Don't mind me, just cruising the now enormous kitchen section at my IKEA. They have made this one huge. There are so many different options. This bench caught my eye because what fabulous storage in a place that maybe you are sharing with something else. So creating a bench like this out of the kitchen cabinetry, I thought this was such a good idea. Maybe you are using a dining room or a living room and you just need a place to put your supplies. Love this. And the light was pretty darn cool. Probably unnecessary, but that's a great way to store supplies where you can't see them, but they're still accessible in the space that you like to craft. Continuing to explore the kitchen section, I'm telling you, this is probably 3 times the size that it used to be. There were so many kitchen showrooms this time around. That was very, very interesting. I was considering I need a larger shipping station. I love the IKEA kitchen islands. However, I don't know that it has all the storage I need. I love the storage right here on this side. Those shelves would be awesome. On the other side, though, it's definitely made for a kitchen island in that there are stools there, and that is where I would be standing, and I'd probably need some storage on that side. I think this is a great craft work table. I don't think it'll work for my shipping station, though. However, how cute is the Nisophorus cart in yellow? What a fun pop of color, and still perhaps my favorite craft cart of all time. Something else I'm looking to change up in my future space is how I store my inventory. I have paper planner inserts that I sell on my website. I've kind of built up the inventory over time, and so I've piecemealed the storage solutions together. It's time to have a more cohesive look. This is actually pretty affordable, but again, what is up with the asymmetry of the shelves? I just don't love that. I just want some basic shelves. I thought IKEA would have it. I don't know that they do. All right, I'm still just cruising through the showroom at this point of the morning. As I was looking through, it was where you just feel like you're lost in IKEA. It's always good to go into IKEA with a plan, or else it is overwhelming. It can be a lot. So go in with a plan. On this day, I was wandering looking for inspiration, and I can be honest, it was a little exhausting just to be in there and kind of be overwhelmed by all the newness of everything. Next time I go, I definitely want to know what my future craft room is going to look like. I'm going to arm myself with measurements. I'm going to be looking for specifics. It's going to be super focused. Today was about inspiration, and I got a little overwhelmed. Okay, we talked about the PAX wardrobe setup before. Here are some beautiful examples, a whole wall of wardrobes, but imagine them filled with craft supplies. I know this one is set up with the hanging clothes and all of that, but you could do additional shelves. This would be so much storage. These are very, very deep as compared to a Billy bookcase. So depending on the type of crafting you do, that might be very, very helpful to you. And you're going to be able to fit so much in these units. And I think you could design like a single unit or a double unit that sits in a living room that is beautiful and that still pretty much maximizes the space. I just had fun kind of, I don't know, walking through and checking all of these out. I kind of like the open ones. That was very neat as well. Lots of different wardrobe ideas. I find them interesting. There's so many cool ways to store away the things you love to have on hand, but not have out. And it doesn't have to look like a craft room. And thinking that my space may be more open next time, that's kind of where I'm leaning. I don't need it to look like a craft room if it's seen from everywhere in my house. Okay, we are going to wrap up this time at IKEA. Like I said, once I got to the wardrobe place, I was feeling very overwhelmed. There's so many options. I need to pause, make a plan, come up with some ideas that are really specific, like the shipping station and the inventory storage, and come back with fresh eyes. But I want to hear from you. What did you see that caught your eye? What are you stumbling over in your craft room design? Let me know down below, and maybe we can kind of work through it together. Huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for being the amazing people you are. If you want to check out Patreon, we have a ton of fun over there. You can head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.